Hey, how's it going, everybody? Corey again with Camera Coach, and you are tuned in to another episode of Behind the Lens. So, if you're new to this little series, it is just a quick 2-3 minutes diving into the specifics of how a certain image was made. Right. So, we're going to dive right in, and I'm going to go ahead and show you today's pick. Is brought to you by my 6-year-old Andrew, who is a basketball fan right now. It's his biggest sport thing he loves. And so this is the one that we're going to look at. All right, you can see this was back end of 2021. So this is a basketball player, right? Class of 2022. Shout out to Elijah on that one. And let's look at settings. So my Nikon Z50, which is a mirrorless camera. So really good frame rate on there. So you can freeze the action pretty easily. You get a lot of shots in 1 second. As I'm talking about freezing the action, this is indoors, so I can't really go super high on my shutter without sacrificing something else. So you can see my shutter's at 1/640. So that's decent enough, right, to really keep everything kind of crisp. And it's great if you can push a little bit faster than that and do like 1/800, but then you need a lot of light in the room, right? So that's my shutter. Aperture set at 3.5, so I really could have gone 2.8 if I needed to, but then that lens that I'm using would have been wide open, and it's not quite as sharp usually when you're shooting wide open. So I mentioned the lens is a 2.8 lens. It's a 70 to 200 millimeter. So it's my zoom, and it's got a great aperture range on there. Not all zooms can go down to 2.8. So if you have lenses and you're trying to figure out what you need for sports photography indoors, then we can talk about that. I definitely have some recommendations, but that's just kind of what this guy is here. I have +5 exposure compensation, and my ISO is up to 1250. So ISO is actually a little higher than I normally do indoors, but the mirrorless seems to handle it a little bit better than my DSLR. So the focal length actually looks a little weird because it's close to 300, even though my lens says 70 to 200. And that's just because the Z50 is a crop sensor. So I was almost zoomed all the way into 200. And then if you multiply 1.5 by the 200, you get 300. And so that's kind of how that works. Sorry for the math if you're not a math person, but that's what it is. Sorry. A lot of math and science in photography. All right. If you are interested in looking at more of these, there are plenty of other episodes on YouTube. And the entire archive is available to our Patreon subscribers. So that is pretty much it. If you have any questions or you'd like to send an image in and you'd like some feedback on it, feel free. You can find me at Camera Coach on Facebook, which is Photo Camera Coach, and then camera.coach for Instagram. All right, you can message and just send things that way, or you can find the email through the website at photocameracoach.com. Hope you guys have an amazing day. This is Corey signing off. Bye.